We are ready now, so we're gonna start to the count of 10 in Spanish because this is Mexico. En 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, y Tetris! Ooh, we start our second batch of qualifiers now. Sorry, we were sorting some things out regarding our next batch of qualifiers. Oscar has started the first game, DramenDays, early top out on level 18. So once again, I think we're seeing something related to our efficiency of getting used to a lagless play. Most people here, a lot of people came here playing on LED screens, on a wide variety of monitors, on laptop emulators and whatnot. This is the beauty of the game. You can find it anywhere. You've seen it everywhere. And you can see on DramenDays low right side of the camera, we have the current qualifying scores and the people who are currently qualifying right now. Let me see if I can highlight that for you in the spreadsheet. There we go. We highlighted in red the players who are currently qualifying right now. ¿Cómo se llaman estos dos aquí? Dalan y Inglo. Okay. So we have on the left side of your screen, we have Oscar Godinez, really no member in the community, all the way from California. Then on the left side we have DramenDays, another new player who showed up, heard about the tournament, said, "Hey, I'm gonna participate in that. That looks interesting." And on the off stations, the stations that are right in front of our players, you should, if you want to see the layout of the tournament, how is it looking, how is it feeling, how is it playing out, you can go and watch the Classic Tetris Instagram page account or Facebook page account, if you prefer. We're gonna post pictures, we're gonna post videos on how everything is looking, how's the layout. But on that other side of our qualifying rounds, we also have two new players, which is I love. I always love to see new people. I always love to see new faces, new everything. We have Inglev and we have Dalan. So 128 for Oscar, our reigning Latin American championship, which by the way, he's going to be at CTWC 2025, coming up later in June. So you definitely want to look. You don't want to miss that. You wanna go there. If you're able to go to the Classic Tetris World Championships, that's an experience you have to live at least once in your life. It's a beautiful event. Really fun to be there, and a beautiful venue. And Oscar playing high. While we were talking about the championships, Oscar's gonna top out there. I think he was dancing for the earlier part of the game, I don't know if Oscar's gonna be meaning to submit that. I'm gonna try to get a better angle on his hands once he roll switches to dash. It's gonna be interesting to see. Cox Dan is saying LA is expensive, but it's worth it. It is worth it, really worth it. It is expensive as well, but it is worth it. It is a beautiful event. It is the get along. I mean, we gathered, yes, for the game, and that was the original intent. But I think I'm speaking. You can see that their roll switch. That's really interesting to see. Oscar is the ultimate hybrid. I think he roll switches now on 19, but he used to tap on 19 and then roll on 29. Now I think he goes full roll on 19 portion of the game. Now that's the second game. No scores submitted yet. As I was saying, CTWC Pasadena, June 2024 was amazing. That was the first year it was held there. 2025 is shaping to be even better. We have returning stars, returning fan favorites. We have Green Tea. Kingsman spoiled that. I mean, it's not a spoiler. If you look into the attendance sheet, Green Tea is there and it has like a confirmed status. So Oscar is going to be one of the players that's going to be making it to California. Oscar is also our former Latin American champion, and this is also a very fun fact. Latin America has a monthly tournament, so we used to hold that really regularly. Nowadays, it's harder and harder to keep up with everyone's busy schedules and lives and whatnot. And Oscar is tied with someone right in this room as the most condecorated player in Latin American history in the monthly tournaments. And that's going to be Noe. Noe and Oscar are actually tied for most condecorated Latin American players. Both have 5 victories. So combined, they ruled Latin America for 10 months, almost a year now. And you're seeing a really, really high level of play. We earlier had AB Geek as well. She got 3 maxes and an A74 kicker. So don't forget to contribute to the match arena. As I was saying, Oscar is going to CTWC. Now he's most probably going to CTWC. AB Geek, I think, is also most probably going to CTWC. That's our top 3 rated players by PB, by ELO, by accolades, by whatever you want to rank it. These are our best 3. And our prize pool is going to be divided by 3. How lucky are these people? So if you wanna support them to get to the Classic Tetris World Championships, use the exclamation mark Maturino. I'm gonna type that in chat. Nice dig from Oscar there. There we go. Prize pool entirely founded by you. Getting these players to California. It's going to be a huge help, helping them. However you can, that will be greatly appreciated. 239 for Oscar at 66 lines. Really high elevated dig. Oscar is playing really very nice rolls. Really nice 5 rolls there for Oscar. We have a couple of new players here. Inglove, DramenDays. We wanted to give the spotlights to new people that you probably don't see that much. I think we are used to seeing the usual suspects. I think Tetris is a celebration of how universal the game is, and how you can find someone that found out about the tournament and say, you know what, I'm gonna go. I love to stack vlogs. I'm gonna be there. A lot of people here, that mindset. I love that. So 300,000 there for Oscar. 97 lines. This is the game that's gotten the furthest for him so far. He dashes on 18. You can see that in his hand. We got a great shot of Oscar, side shot from Oscar. You can see when he roll switches perfectly with the camera we have there. 23,000 for DramenDays. Another new player that showed up a few days ago in our Mexican server. Asked for the tournament. I think found out through the various streams that are being held throughout the month. Oscar building 30 there with that one row off. Kind of dirty Tetris there. We could say kinda, maybe not fully dirty. Kind of dirty Tetris there for Oscar. (4-3-4) for Oscarcito Godínez. During the transition, triple is going to take him into the transition, but that Tetris is also going to take him into a transition. Transitions with mid 400,000, so still max out base. It's going to be a little. He has to go a little efficient if he wants to make this max out happen. Still going one row off the bottom now. You saw that roll switch there for Oscar. Oh, a hang there for that with that long bar. A couple of more people showing up to just maybe watch, maybe qual. That's a top out there for Oscar. 5-3-6 for Oscar. We're 11 minutes into the qualifier. He doesn't want to take the kicker. Says, I can do better. He knows he can do better. DramenDays getting a little bit more into the rhythm of things. Players have not submitted a kicker yet, so I'm gonna explain that to you. How does it work? I saw maybe a couple of people are new. How does this work? Number of max outs. What's a max out? 999,999. Million points. The original highest achievement you could get in the original game. So that's the qualifying format, number of max outs, and then the kicker. What's the kicker? Highest non-max out score. So for example, we have Noe here with 4 max outs, sitting comfortably at first seat with a kicker of 992,000. That's the highest non-max out score. ABG's sitting at seat number 2 with 3 max outs, 874,000. And then, as both Pollo Chileman and Monochrome didn't get max outs, the seating is determined solely on the score. So it's separated by a very small margin there. 40,000 point difference there between seed number 3 and seed number 4. We're giving away stickers for those that are qualifying, that register there. Oscar is not doing it so far. We are 13 minutes into the qualifier. This is our second round of qualifiers. ¿A qué hora juega Jorge White? Preguntan en el chat. Jorge White is one of our co-organizers, so he's kind of busy. I think we're both waiting for a lowish time bracket to qualify in, and we're putting our players first. So I think the next round is gonna be a little busy. So maybe maybe 2 rounds more, two more batches of qualifiers have to go by, so we can both qualify, both Jorge and me. Jorge is the main organizer. He's the tech guy. He's the person that is running the OBS scene and Nestor's champs and the spreadsheet now right now. So Oscar starting a new game. DramenDays. I think this is the best game that DramenDays has had, and this is interesting. You can see that it's a double flipper. We hadn't had that quite yet. Double flipper. Always love to see that. Really common in the OG days. $2.12 for DramenDays. Double flipping. I always loved seeing double flipping. It always makes everything more intense, more airtight. And there we go. Jorge White typing al rato. I'll qualify in a little bit. Oscar was getting ready to roll switch there. The board was getting high, and this is a game for DramenDays. I think they managed to get over the non-existent latency, which is a factor for a couple of our players here. We saw Monochromy. He's used to playing Tetris Effect connected, and now playing without latency. It's getting to a couple of our players. The timing is off, spins are off, skill stops especially are off. Probably as a tapper, that's not going to be a huge problem, but as a roller, maybe as a dasser especially, the latency is really different from a modern TB. Now he's saying, Pollo te amo, yo te amo, po. No, we know dónde está Noe, but I know he's right by my left side, so. So DramenDays is about to hit the first transition of the qualifier. Transition for DramenDays. Let's see how they handle with this speed. Well, doing pretty okay. I mean, for the first time that you play with the CRT, it's a pretty good survival there so far. You can definitely see that DramenDays has played before, just maybe not with the CRT. That's the best score so far for DramenDays, 297. So that actually takes the spot so far for third seed now from the second round of qualifiers. So far, Oscar hasn't submitted a score yet. None of our three players so far have submitted a score. $297, $560 there for DramenDays. Getting submitted. A couple of people are here gathering, watching the game off camera. It's hypnotic. There was a girl here named Sofia, which is really not into Tetris, but she just had to stay and watch Noe qual. You just explain a little bit. He has to max before 29, or if it's going to be really hard. And she found it extremely intense. That's Tetris for you. 412 for Oscar. Approaching the 19 transition. Closer there than the start of level 18. With a nice score. You usually try to look for a 500, mid 400,000 scores when you go into the 100 line mark. ¿Puedo pedir un favor? ¿Puedes tomar una historia y antes de que la publiques me la muestres?
¿Historia o una foto nada más?
Una historia de que están
¿Video?
ajá, como clasificando. Y me la muestras y ya.
Así me doy una vueltita.
Sí, así de que como graban todo. 528 for Oscar, almost nearing the transition. Oscar, why do I say Oscar? It's Oscar. We're in Mexico, baby. We're at Mexico City, the Monou Gaming Center. Here in La Condesa, really nice neighborhood from the Mexico City. Really nice coffee shops. Oscar transitioned 600,000 into 19. Sorry, we're not gonna go that fast into 29.
Para mí no pensé que era pequeño.
632 for Oscar in level 20. Solves that dependency with a tuck there. Now this game has legs there for Oscar. 700,000 for him. Hitting those 5 rolls, which are crucial there. Another top out there for DramenDays. Meanwhile, 739 for Oscar. This is the first game to reach transition for him. Really high bar there set from our previous qualifiers. Or now we with 4 maxouts. Got back for back maxouts. Then struggled to get the other one. The 5th one and the 6th one especially. 780 there for Oscar. No really bad route so far as we've seen. Really nice clean placements. Oscar used to be a DAS player, so he has immense control. You can actually see him switch to DAS there. That's interesting to see. Really confident on his DAS control there if you want to go back to DAS. Really nice efficient, and you can see there, whoop, roll switch, a little head shake there for Oscar. I think he accidentally rolled the piece there when he was roll switching. Shouldn't take long, and this is a really nice space so you can get your foot a little bit off the pedal and chill down for a little bit, get ready, and try to get it done as soon as possible. But this board was getting slightly uncomfortable there. We're nearing 29. That's the point where you want to max beforehand. He just said, no, I'm gonna take it slightly more off. You can see taking a few burns that you wouldn't normally do if you were under pressure on a competitive match. That is 900,000 on level 27. So this could be the first max for Oscar that gets a Tetris there. Has had a longer dependency on the left side of the board. It's gonna be ideally looking for. There's the piece Oscar was looking for. Beautiful sequence of pieces there. Now a long bar would be ideal for Oscar's board. Oh, there's a misdrop there for Oscar. The board is spiraling down. 950 for Oscar. Everyone's saying no here. Could potentially get 952 for Oscar. So that's a 952 for Oscar Godinez. That's probably gonna be a kicker, I'd imagine. Yeah. No lo registró? Okay, no. Oscar doesn't register that score. So that's not gonna go into the spreadsheet, but 952 for Oscar there. Y puedes cambiar, porque sale ahora en el de vista, como DramenDays subió, mira, si le das ahí al display, ahora sale monochromia en rojo. ¿Se lo puedes poner a DramenDays? So Oscar didn't submit that one. This is a drought forming here. 18-piece drought, 19, 20, 21 drought for Oscar before he decides to start a new game. So rough sequence of pieces there for Oscar. Another route forming there for Oscar. It was a 17-piece route forming there for him. Has a bit set up there. Let's see if the bit shows up there for Oscar. Waiting for yet another route forming. There's the bit. Nice adjustment there for Oscar. Rocked back the long bar just as he saw it coming. Nice burn there. That was really aggressive now. And now back to Das again. You can see it going back and forth. The board goes at like a 10 high and he decides to go to roll again and the Das again and then feeling comfortable, saving energy probably. And another Tetris there for Oscar. Meanwhile, DramenDays went up in seeding score. Dallin with a 51,000 score. DramenDays went up ahead to snatch the third seed. So far, 3 players have reached the 200,000 score. We have a couple of players still to get their qualifying slot done. One of those is Hook. I don't know if Hook is here actually. I think I see Hook, but it's kind of far away from me, so I don't know if I think he's getting ready for the third time slot. 26 minutes have elapsed from in the qualifier. So, a little over half an hour is still left to go for these second batch of qualifiers to be done. Let's remember that top 12 seats, top 12 scores will be the ones that make it into tomorrow's tournament. Tomorrow is gonna be tournament day. Who's this wonderful caster, Lucas from Brazil? Is asking. Well, this is Pollo Salazar. I've been commentating for CTWC for a while. It doesn't matter who I am. What matters is that Oscar is having a couple of misdrops there. Nice roll there. I'll be right back where I left off. Oscar is gonna top out at 372. So as I was saying, I've been commentating for CTWC for a while. I've organized a couple of tournaments, Mexican tournaments, Latin American tournaments, a couple of different tournaments over the years. Most notably, most importantly, Das or Tap tournament. And now we're here on the first ever live CTWC Mexico. We held one online in 2023, I believe. We held one in 2023. And we have our first submitted score by Inglove. ¿Ah? Ah, es el segundo. Ah, no, todavía no se pone aquí. ¿Sí? Ahorita lo vemos. Ah, es Dallin. Perdón. So Dallin submitted a score. So that's the 51, but I think they just improved their score now. And Inglove and Oscar are the ones that have not submitted a score yet. Still to submit. I can recognize a couple of people now from the crowd that is watching. That have their eyes glued into Oscar's qualifier. So we're nearing on the 30-minute mark. After 30-minute marks, we're in the turning point of the qualifier. I'm gonna give the players the signal that 30 minutes have elapsed since the second batch of qualifiers started. 30 minutos. 30 minutes have passed already. And still not a score submitted for two of our players now. Probably not happy with how things are going so far. Confident in their ability that they can score a little higher.
No, no te preocupes. ¿Sabes quién va a clasificar en el siguiente?
Atrás que se llama. No,
Ah, ajá.
no, se llama.
We're just checking a little bit, checking for you who is gonna go next into our next batch of qualifiers. The last Mexican qualifier was in 2022, I believe. No, I think it was 2023. I should check that again. So our next qualifiers are Alokendiar. That's an interesting name. I like that name. And I don't think we have a clear information yet on who's gonna qual afterwards.
¿Todavía no sabes quién nos va a clasificar? Ahí estoy, ahorita vi a Hook.
Ah, ¿sí lo viste?
Ajá, aquí está, mis lentes. Yo creo que él, ajá. Y si alguien más, pues, si no clasifica tú, si quieres.
No me espero que
¿Sí?
So yeah, we have our next batch of qualifiers confirmed for our third time slot. It is currently 3:13 p.m. in Mexico City. This is gonna go all the way into the late evening, late night. Usually this sort of events. Oh, that's a dirty Tetris there for Oscar. That was pretty good. Has to unplug that. It's set up for another dirty Tetris. Gets it with stacking down Tetris by Tetris in the middle, 30. That's the way you want to stack down if you want to go back to the semblance of order that low right side Tetris Tetris well is going to give you. And usually these sort of events, people go to eat afterwards, hang out a little bit, chat, get to know each other, and that's the beauty of the events. If you ever had the chance to go to one of these events, one of in-person event, that's the beauty of it. Another dirty Tetris there for Oscar, playing really comfortably there, center well, getting the Tetrises wherever they land, center well, left, middle, 30. 124 lines there. 126 lines there for Oscar, setting up for a last Tetris. Roll switches there, as you can see. The pieces are not falling in their place they should. It's gonna take a couple of burns there. Reopens, gets the long in the nicely timed manner. Tetris to transition, 524 for Oscar. Oops, pulls back that J piece. Gonna go flat with that. Dirty Tetris again for Oscar. 552 there. And another center well Tetris for Oscar. Finding his rhythm, strangely enough, in these center well dirty Tetrises that keep the pace alive, even though you might not be playing as efficient as you'd like to. You keep the scoring potential high with this with sort of burns. 608 for Oscar. Don't forget that we're live on YouTube, so if you want to interact, you have a YouTube account, and you don't have a Twitch account, you can go there, you can watch on Twitch. Another Tetris there for Oscar, 664, finding his rhythm now, going not perfect, but really efficient. Another Tetris, 697, almost at the 700,000 barrier. That's where you know you have a game going. That's where you know your game's alive. 700,000 is a nice reference to see where you're standing at, how much more aggro or safe you want to be. And we're chilling all the way to level 23, so this is max out potential. And for those that like the Tetris rate information, Tetris rate is 63% so far. So that's that's above a max out pace before 29. That's where you want to get it. The max out. You don't want to leave it all into 29. Especially, live events are really different. I saw a conversation going on earlier about if it's harder to win an online tournament that has a lot of people in it from around the world, or the in-person World Championship, the CTWC. And a lot of people are saying CTWC because even though there may not be the full representation of keyboard people and abroad people and whatnot, like Europeans and Asians and people from Latin America until recently, in-person nerves are real and they're a factor, and they're really hard to control once you're in a good pace and you have a crowd watching you. It's really different, so I think it's a whole different beast. Now waiting for the correct pieces is Oscar not showing up. Those pieces are gonna work, and we're getting into the point in where getting Tetris, getting the max out before 29 is gonna be, I believe, impossible now. So it's gonna take a little bit of 29, especially with that single. Now we're 2 lines away. Tetris for Oscar cracks 900,000, and we're getting into the good part. 29 is gonna be necessary for Oscar to get this max out. Builds a nice left, sets up for the Tetris, waiting for the long bar. There's the long bar, lowers the stack. Oh, but it's gonna top out at 975. So there's the highest score so far, 975. This one is gonna get submitted there. 975 for Oscar. So that's gonna put him at seed number 3 so far. Knock out DramenDays for the 3rd seed in the tournament. Welcome in, everyone. Every new person that's tuning in. This is CTWC Mexico 2025, our first ever in-person tournament. It's going to be a 12 person bracket for tomorrow. This is qualifiers. This is not the tournament day. This is qualifiers. So top 12 scores are gonna duke it out tomorrow in the single elimination tournament that's taking place tomorrow. I think we have assured at least 3 seats, which are Naui, Avi, and Oscar. They are surely staying in, but there's a queue forming in for the qualifying slots. It's gonna be interesting. A couple of players not as happy with their performances. Used to playing on LED TVs, and now that we are doing every single CTWC qualifier on original hardware, original chunky CRT TVs, it's different. The delay is non-existent here, which can, funnily enough, throw you off. So a couple of players not as happy as they usually are with their performances. It takes a little bit to get used to the lag difference. 38 minutes have elapsed since we started our qualifier, so a little over 20 minutes left. If you play a game all the way into 29 and an 18 start, that's around 2 games, 3 games. Nice adjustments there for Oscar. You can see the experience he has. Don't forget to check out the match arena we have going on. A couple of our players here are gonna be representing Mexico or the US in the case of AB's attendance to CTWC. They're gonna be at CTWC 2025 in Pasadena this coming June. So if you want to support them, if you want to help them be there, if you want to help out one of the top 3 players, feel free to do so. Everything is very helpful, and if you're not able to, just being here is a great help for every single one of us. 370 for Oscar, at 71 lines. This is a better pace than, I think this is the best pace he's had so far in the tournament. There was a drought there forming, and DramenDays with a 59,000 at 40 lines. I think getting more comfortable with the delay I was talking about that a few players are experiencing. A lot of them play on emulators, on maybe on consoles, but with different setups. Nice save there for Oscar. Beautiful sequence of burns. You can see the really efficient roll switch there for Oscar. Now a comfortable hold there, which is gonna slow down. Needs really specific pieces to solve this. I think switch there again to Das. It's gonna hang that 5 tap. Not feeling it as much. So we have one international player, for those also wondering. AB Geek. She qualified with Das. Got 3 max out. 874. You're gonna see her tomorrow, surely. And the top 4 players get a bye in round 1. The top 4 players get a bye in round 1. The lower seeds are gonna duke it out to climb through the tournament. It's gonna be a best of 3 until the semifinals, and finals are gonna be a best of 5. And this is the second ever Latin American live event. Would you believe it? Colombia beat us to that first ever live event. That was held last year by Richard Wolf and Mo, and by Guerrero also, who participated, had a lot to do with the tournament. So this is the second ever in-person Latin American tournament. Big community from there. If you happen to be from there, feel free to join our Discord server as well. Big community there from Latin America. Johan would be proud, says Lucas, the founder of our Latin American community. Oscar waiting for that talk to be resolved. It has to be exclusively be solved with that piece you saw right there if you want to avoid any spins, anything too fancy, anything that could potentially ruin your stack and leave a really awkward hole there. If you want to go for that solve. Waiting for that long bar now to fill. Here comes the long bar. Roll switches just in case anything gets troublesome. Waiting for the pieces. This is not ideal. I don't know if that pullback was intentional. And this is a drought. 21 piece drought. 23, 24, 26, 27, 20. There's the long bar finally after 28 pieces that were not long bars, which can really, really derail your stack really fast. You saw that right there. Oscar is a pretty proficient stacker, pretty proficient player. You saw how quickly things got dicey there for him. And we're almost at the 15-minute left to end the qualifier time. So this round of qualifiers is almost done. First one was the one that has the most heavy hitters. There's just one max out player left there to qualify. I wonder who that is. But there's one more left to qualify. So Oscar is last CTWC Mexico. He got second place. Now we got first place. He's our reigning Latin American champion, our most condecorated player as well. Has made CTWC a couple of times, the gold bracket as well. So a really exciting match between Oscar and Redshirt last CTWC. It was almost exclusively max outs. It was a really, really strong a strong match. DramenDays 208. That's not gonna be quite the best score so far, but 208. Oh, we lost DramenDays' camera. We're gonna get that sorted out. We're just fixing the game feed from DramenDays. And there we go, we're back. Oscar with a very, very nice score so far into the 18 portion. 500,000 at around 100 lines. That's pretty good. That's what you want to see when you go for a max out. You want to go as far ahead as you can. Nice bid setup there for Oscar. You want to go as far ahead as you can in the 18 portion, the most accessible one, the least risky one, we should say. And when the game has legs, you want to go as you don't want to go aggro. You want to go as safe as you can. It's a completely different beast to qualify for a tournament, especially with this format, which is max outs and kickers. It has to do nothing with tournament play. Nice adjustment there for Oscar. Beautiful sequence of adjustments and tuck setups to solve the board with what he had. Oscar has a PB of 1.4 and now transitions, talking about Oscar at 634,000. Really nice transition, had to transition with the single. Really nice transition there for Oscar. For those around that are fans of Tetris rate, this is an 82% Tetris rate. So Oscar has, as pointed out by DJ Mr. Bodo, he's maxed out with all three playstyles. We're now encountering a drought of 20 pieces, gets the long bar. That's one of the differences from our guideline Tetris and our classic Tetris that we're playing right now. Droughts can be as long as 7 pieces if you're playing the guideline Tetris. But how long can a drought be? I mean, I think I've seen droughts that go 80 pieces without a long bar, which is the most important piece of the game. Misrub there for Oscar. He has still a lot of pace that he can give. It doesn't affect the game that much. Still has a 77% Tetris rate. You want to be around the 60% Tetris rate range, so you know that you are in range to qualify, to transition. To 29 with a max out, which is what you ideally want to have. You don't want to leave it to 29. Although Oscar is can hang on 29. Has a PB of 1.9 million. 1.4. 1.4. We can see 1.46 million. 800,000 for Oscar on level 24. Pretty good still. And another drought firming. Sequence of droughts are slowing down Oscar in this latter portion of the game. Still can go safe-ish for the score he currently has, level 25. There's a Tetris who's gonna take him closer, inching closer to the 900,000, which is the barrier you want to be at. That's gonna take him to 900,000, and there's level 26. 3 levels more to go, including the one he's currently at. There's another Tetris. Will this be Oscar's first max out of the qualifier? Another Tetris there for Oscar. The next Tetris should take him into the max out, I believe. I'm doing my math correctly. We'll see. And the max out there for Oscar. Finally, first one off the qualifier. This is number of max outs and kickers, so the score he gets right now wouldn't impact that much. Probably you wanna have it as practice. 10 minutes left to go. Oscar could squeeze 2 games more if he maxes out semi-efficiently.
Faltan 10 minutos. Oye, Oscar Maxo.
There we go. First max out for Oscar. DJ Mr. Boro really pumped up to see Oscar max. There's 10 minutes left. 10 minutos. 10 minutes left to go on the clock.
Jorge,
So we registered that max out for Oscar there. First one of the session. Would have to go back-to-back max outs if he wants to take the number 2 seed, I believe. So now, with 10 minutes in the clock, now 9. This is where you usually feel most stressed if you have been underperforming. I can tell you by personal experience. If you're underperforming and you have 10 minutes left, you know you could, in theory, get 2 more max outs. So it's really stressful. There's a drought forming there for Oscar. 17 lines and gets the Tetris. So as I was saying, you start feeling the pressure when you're nearing the end of the qualifier. You have been underperforming. Being a max out player, being a 200, 300,000 player, you feel the pressure to close strong. So we're forming another drought there for Oscar, 14 drought. As I was saying, you could get a maximum of 7 drought. Is that right? 7 drought? Is that right for our guideline Tetris? Well, we had another contribution there for DJ Mr. Boro, which is going to take us to $61.31. Viva Mexico, cañones. I like that. Thank you very much, CA Mr. Boro. Had another contribution there, inching closer to the 100 mark for our prize pool, which I may remind you is going to go to our top 3 players. 50% is going to go to the winner. Then 30% is going to go to the second place, and 20% is going to go to the third place. So it's being divided by the top 3 players. DramenDays is going to let that one go. 7 minutes left to go. 7 minutes left to go to the qualifier, to the second round of qualifiers. I love the qualifier format. Like the nice adjustment there for Oscar to make room for that T. I love this format of play. Gives a little bit of simul stress when you watch your favorite player play. A new person you like, you're rooting for them. It's always nice to see the qualifying rounds. CTWC, they're really fun to do. And don't forget about that as well. CTWC Classic Tetris World Championships are happening really, really early. Really, really soon. I meant to say really, really soon. June. Nice S-pin there for Oscar. Roll switches and then Tetris. And goes back to DAS immediately. It's really interesting to see. Last time there was a Mexican qualifier. Nice spin there for Oscar, by the way. Let's see how he resolves this. Oh, nice spin tuck there. It misdropped the subsequent piece, but that was a really nice solve. Really nice, clever solve there for Oscar. Almost 5 minutes to go into the qualifier. This is an hour-long qualifier. Roll switching again. He's gonna need a long bar. Gets the long bar barely into a dirty Tetris. That was nice. There to save and lower the score with efficiency. That's gonna be a triple, I believe. Getting this stack in some sort of semblance of order. 387 for Oscar at about 100 lines. Not bad. It's gonna have to be an efficient post transition if you want to do it before 29. Into the old kill screen. Now right click all to kill the thrill screen, skill screen. 417 there. The DAS handshake, head shake for Oscar, the classic one. Nice beat setup. I always love to see those. And that was actually really useful. And that was a useful bits, vertical eye setup, roll switches. I love the seamless roll switch from Oscar. DramenDays running into a little bit of trouble with the 101. Is going to transition. Oscar with 470. So it's going to transition with the 470. A little bit high on the board. 3 minutes and a half left for the qualifier to finish. So we're gonna have to go all Tetrises. Going 30. Oscar knows he has to go a little bit more aggressive. He wants to max before 29. Setting up for the really 30 Tetris. 30 Tetris there for Oscar, 509. Another 30 Tetris there now has lumbar dependency. That was a pullback, I believe, and now could actually go left foot 30. Left foot 30 Tetris for Oscar, got it, catching up rhythm. Catching up with the pace that was a little bit slow on 18. 30 Tetris again for Oscar. That misdrop is going to be slowing him down even further. We have 2.5 minutes left to go. 2 minutos y medio. 2.5 minutes left. Nice T-tuck setup there for Oscar. Nice adjustment there to make room for that long bar. He knows he can potentially get another game going. This is getting close. 2 minutes almost left. It's 3 seconds, and now it's 2 minutes left for the qualifier to finish. Another Tetris for Oscar. This is getting into the territory where it's possible. He has to get nice pieces for this to work out. 700,000 for Oscar. And now 1.5 minutes almost left into the qualifier. 1.5 minutes left on the qualifier now. We're nearing the 29 portion of the game for Oscar. Needs perfect pieces there to set up. Tetris for Oscar, 8:17, and there's 1 minute and 10 seconds to go on the qualifier. This is getting close for Oscar. There's another Tetris, 852,000. 1 minute left to go. Un minuto. 1 minute left to go on the clock. Oscar is going to take this one. Oscar's going to start a new one. 59 seconds to go. 45 seconds to go on the clock. That's going to be a top out there for Oscar. Still time to go. Segundos. 30 seconds to finish our second round of qualifiers. So we have 10 seconds to go. 9, 8, 5, 4, 3, 2. Listo. Si tienen un juego lo terminan todavía. Está bien. So the second time slot of our qualifiers has ended. This is the last game for every single one of our players. So far in the day, we've had 8 max outs, hailing from 3 players. Most of our players have been new. That's always nice to see. It's always nice to see new players around. And as a matter of fact, only 3 of our so far 8 players who we've had. Oh, DramenDays is gonna top out at 118. They're done. And 3 of our players are still going on our third batch of qualifiers. Dude, I thought it was Heist Online on quals. How dare you? That's insulting. No, that's not insulting. I love Heist. It's the chicken, as DJ Mr. Voro pointed out. And this is Oscar Godinez's last game. $155 now for him. Now leaning over, getting the DAS stance. Not quite there yet for rolling. 181 for Oscar. Slight misrub. This can be fixed. It's gonna take a couple of burns. That square is not gonna help. Roll switches. Doesn't flip the T, needs a J. The J comes too far. Oh, Oscar's gonna top out at 181, 83 with 1 max and the 975 kicker. And now we have only 2 players left qualifying. Probably not as happy, expecting a little more, but it doesn't matter. The tournament day is the one that's gonna be the most important. The most crucial part of the tournament. Now we're seeing off screen our remaining 2 players who are still qualifying. Level 5, and I believe in level 9 starts. I'm gonna go to. I'm gonna go to another scene. Hold on, while we wait for our third round of qualifiers. ¿Ya está la tercera? ¿Ya? ¿Qué? Okay. ¿Y ya? So we have our third slot of qualifiers ready, almost ready. There. ¿Ah? No, ya, sí, de que todavía ya casi. We're almost done for the third one. We're waiting for our last players to show up, to finish their last games. And we're gonna be setting up our next couple of games here. We're gonna be seeing the infamous El Guapísimo, for those in the Latin American community.
¿Puedes hacerlo del PC?
A ver si. Ah, sí, claro. Falta un control de ese lado. Creo que es.
Es el tuyo.
Sí, está bien, no pasa nada.